The Blue Jackets keeping me on my toes today as they are now involved in a three-way deal with the Philadelphia Flyers and Los Angeles Kings. The full trade details have now been released, and the Blue Jackets are getting Ivan Provorov, with the Kings retaining 30% of his cap hit. So the Blue Jackets are getting Provorov with a cap hit of $4.725 million for the next 2 seasons, unless the Blue Jackets decide to move his contract before it expires. The Blue Jackets also giving up the Kings' first-round pick, the 22nd overall, and a conditional second-round pick to the Flyers. Now, that second-round pick comes with a bit of a strange condition. That second-round pick is either going to be in the 2024 or 2025 draft, and the Blue Jackets will decide after the first round of the 2024 draft concludes if they decide to give Philly the 2024 or 2025 second round pick. So the Flyers could be getting a second round pick in the 2024 draft on 12 hours notice, or they could be getting a 2025 second round pick in general. Who knows how that will go, how the draft will shape out in 2024. All that we know now is that the Blue Jackets are giving up a first and second round pick, a current first round and a future second round pick to the Flyers to get Ivan Provorov. The Philadelphia Flyers are also receiving Sean Walker, Cal Peterson, Helge Grans, and a 2024 second round pick from the Los Angeles Kings. And the Kings, for their trouble, acquire Hayden Hodgson and Kevin Connaughton, as well as some cap space. It is speculated that they are trying to free up some cap in order to get a Gavrikov extension talked about. Speaking of Gavrikov, Ivan Provorov is likely to slide into that spot that he left open in Columbus. So this is Columbus using that first round pick on some defenseman help that they were rumored to be looking for when that trade was first made. The Blue Jackets would be willing to use that pick in order to acquire immediate help on the left side at defenseman in the top 4 pair. Essentially, Ivan Provorov is the replacement for Vladislav Gavrikov. His numbers don't look the best from last season in Philly, but I do believe the chances are he will have a bit more success in a smaller role. He was asked to play on the top pair, playing top pair minutes in Philadelphia, and it was pretty clear that Provorov isn't quite cut out for that role. But he'll be playing behind Zach Werenski in Columbus, so his numbers should come out. He isn't facing as much, he's not playing as tough of an opponent. He's not having as big of a role. He should have a bit of a rebound in terms of how he's played and how he's viewed, especially now that his contract isn't as expensive as it was with the Kings retaining salary. The Blue Jackets are getting him for less than $5 million, and the fact that they're paying Goodbranson $4 million to play on essentially probably the third pair there. So the fact that they're getting a second pair defenseman for less than 5, I guess relatively is a bit of a better deal. And it isn't a long-term commitment either. He is only under contract for this season and next season. So if it doesn't work out as far as an on-ice standpoint, then the Blue Jackets could probably get out from under that deal rather quickly after this. I'm guessing they're going to give it at least 1 full year of a try before maybe seeking to move on if it doesn't work out. But essentially, this is a decent deal for the Blue Jackets, I think. I know I've seen a lot of people complaining about the price, but again, they were pretty much willing to get rid of that 22nd overall pick as soon as they got it. And a future second rounder isn't necessarily the most concerning thing for me. I have no idea what the 2024 or 2025 second round is going to look like in terms of who's going to be there. And the Blue Jackets are essentially betting on themselves competing sooner rather than later, and that's what this move signifies. This isn't guaranteed to work, and it does seem like Jarmo is definitely feeling some pressure. It feels like if this season isn't a noticeable improvement, then he's going to be gone sooner rather than later as well. So Jarmo is swinging for the fences, making some nuclear moves as far as hiring Mike Babcock, and this Ivan Provorov deal definitely has its detractors early on, but I am cautiously optimistic about this from a hockey standpoint. I do feel like this could work, but again, if Zach Werenski has another long-term injury, or if things just don't work out for Provorov, this could be one of the final nails in the coffin of Jarmo Kekalainen as a general manager of the Columbus Blue Jackets. But I do want to know your guys' thoughts. You can let me know if I'm right to be, a little bit having a little bit of faith in this deal, or if I'm completely wrong. And, feel free to tell me why in the comments down below if you feel the need to. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it this far into it, I will see you at the next one. And just a parting thought, I do think Philadelphia comes out the best of this trade. They're definitely entering their rebuild strong with their new general manager. It'll be interesting to see where this goes from here. I'll see you at the next video.